are creating classroom norms for a Socratic seminar. So norms are things that should happen in class so that it's a successful class. Okay, that's what norms are. It's like what everybody does. Okay, so a Socratic seminar is that you as students work together to run it. So here's how it's going to work. We're going to read. Well, first of all, I'll ask you a question to think about while we're reading. You've maybe already been doing that, right? A guided question. And you write your answer, okay? And then when we're done reading, I will ask you the interpretive question, okay? And you write your thoughts to that. This is the goal. We might not have time for this all the time, but then I'll give you 5 minutes to write your answers after we're finished reading. And then after you're writing, you can share your thinking in a Socratic seminar. So again, the Socratic seminar is run by you guys. You guys are sharing either what you wrote or something else you're thinking about from the book. Okay? And then I will be trying to write down your ideas on the board. Then when we're finished with the Socratic seminar, after you all shared your thoughts, then I'm going to give you time to go back and rewrite your answer. But this time you will have heard everybody's thoughts. And you can include all the awesome things that were said during the Socratic seminar that maybe you didn't think of before, or maybe it made you change your thinking a little bit while you were listening. Okay? So we won't do this every day because we won't have time for it every day. Okay? And it probably would get kind of boring if we did it every single day, right? So we might only have time to read one day, do the Socratic seminar the next day. Okay? That's probably what we'll end up doing. Okay, so the whole idea is that you're all just having one big, meaningful discussion about the book with a little bit of help from me, minimal help from me. Okay, so for this to happen, we need to come up with our class norms, or rules is kind of another word for norms, on how we're going to conduct the Socratic seminar. Okay, how is it going to work? So that we all have a chance to share our ideas in a respectful and meaningful way. Okay, so what are some ideas that you guys have that you think need to happen in order to make Socratic seminars successful? What do you think?
We should have a ball.
A ball?
Talking ball.
Yeah.
So,
A talking ball where if you throw it to them, they just.
okay, I'm just going to drop down brainstorm things. Things that we're brainstorming here. So let me ask you this. What does the talking ball achieve?
So not everybody's screaming at each other, and it makes everything more efficient.
It makes it more fun.
What? I didn't even hear that.
That's the point.
That's why we don't.
We don't have a talking ball.
Yes, but if we had the talking ball, it would be better.
Okay, so explain. Maggie, can you explain to me what does a talking ball achieve?
Only one person will talk and not everyone at the same time. Yeah. So smart.
Oh.
Big brain.
I only put 90 years.
Okay. So people that need to participate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so people need to participate. So does everybody get the talking ball, or do you only get it if you want it, or how does it work?
Yeah.
Raise your hand.
Throw it at a random person.
Throws it.
I think if you threw it at a random person, it'd be better. Just
No,
as
because people would pick on each other. So I think we should.
Yeah.
I think you should
that's-
throw it to one person and then they throw it back to you.
And this is why we don't listen to Leah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So really, the discussion is not supposed to be me deciding who's talking. You guys are supposed to jump in and talk when you're ready.
Then a group.
Now, the way that I did it in previous years, and we won't do it this year, but there were like two circles. There was like an outer circle and an inner circle. And when you were in the inner circle is when you could talk, and you all had marbles. People all had marbles. And they had to use three marbles. And once they used their 3 marbles, then they like stepped out. They just got up quietly and stepped out of the circle and sat down in the outer circle. The outer circle's listening and writing down notes for things they might want to say when they get in. And then someone else, just whoever kind of gets there first, moves into the inner circle. What?
I said it sounds complicated.
It wasn't complicated. But we, and maybe a talking about, but the whole point is for me not to be picking out. You're supposed to join in when you're ready to talk. It's not supposed to be, like someone else is making you talk. You're supposed to join in when you have something to say, so that what you're saying is something that's like, you're not just thinking of something because you were called on, okay? But it's like something you want to say or that you have to share. But if we can think of a way where everybody I think the big thing here is that everybody is participating at some point, and that you're respectful of people and don't talk over them, right? That one person is talking at a time. So those are 2 really good things. I like the talking ball, but then aren't you all touching the talking ball too?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Nobody's cared about that so
2
far.
people in our class.
You have to sanitize. Okay, we can't do that. No.
Before you got the ball.
You and
Wait, this year.
Okay, but right now we'll think of those details later, but like how we're gonna do that. But right now, our norms have to do with
Gather the ball with hand
people
sanitizer.
have to participate, right? Like everyone has to participate in order for it to be successful. Everyone has to participate in order for the Socratic seminar to be successful, and people can only talk 1 person at a time, right? Those are the 2 things. What else do we need to do in order to make this successful? Luke?
Have like a class leader person or whatever you want to call it.
That's just gonna cause fighting.
No, to like throw the ball to people. So.
No.
Okay,
Then it's a
okay,
bad
so
idea.
I think
again,
that's a thing I
the
nominate
point
Sierra.
is that everybody's working together, but maybe we might have to have a discussion leader.
I nominate. I nominate
Okay,
Sierra.
Lucas.
Logan?
Sam,
Also for the
you don't want to
talking ball,
dictate
you
it.
could have, like
A class
everyone
leader?
has to go.
Yes.
So then you could pass to anyone.
Oh,
so
me.
like before it starts, and be like, everyone has to say
I'll pick
something.
Luke out.
You just throw it to everyone.
You guys just vote now.
Okay, okay, so we'll just think about everybody participating again.
This makes no sense. What?
Guys, vote me. I'll kick Luke out of the class.
Yes, look, these 2 very good.
What about Leah?
And we'll kick Leah. Vote Lucas.
You have my vote.
I just have one question. Why am I not
Okay, alright, quiet. What do you guys think has to happen in order for people to be able to participate?
Read the book.
Listen.
Uh-huh.
Read the book.
You have to have done the reading, which
Tommy, go read
that
yourself.
shouldn't be a problem if we're reading in class,
Lucas.
but
You don't have my vote anymore.
Suck.
You don't have my
Go
vote.
vote
people
yourself.
have to do the reading. Let's say we
Disrespectful.
don't read it in class, let's say it's assigned. If nobody goes home and reads it, or if you don't go home and read it, you're not gonna be able to participate the next day in the discussion. And then we'll all be sitting here and we can't have a good discussion if people aren't
I have one
read.
question. For the,
Yeah?
when we do the discussion thing, will it be over like 3 chapters? Or will it be the chapter that we last ended
It's
on?
the chapter we've last ended on. Now, when I did this before, it was the whole book. It was at the end of the book, we did a Socratic seminar. We only did it once. Okay? We're have to
Be respectful to your class.
be respectful to your classmates. What does that mean?
Not be
Don't talk when
babies.
they're talking. Keep your hands to yourself.
Don't say any mean words to them.
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know, why not?
Yeah, I like it. I like both those things. I like both the things that were said. Be respectful to your classmates. So don't talk when they're talking. Give everybody a chance to be able to talk without being interrupted. And then Luke said, don't say mean things, right? So if somebody is making a point, they have to feel like safe to say what they want to say, right? So if they think someone's gonna laugh about what they're saying, or say that that's stupid, or something like that, who's gonna want to share anything, right? Because then you become kind of intimidated, like, oh, I don't want to say that, or afraid to say anything. So being respectful of your classmates means not talking over them and being kind, listening to their opinion, even though it might be different from yours. Can you give your opposing opinion?
Yes.
Yeah, you should, right?
Debate.
You should. Yep, kind of like a debate a little bit, right? You can give an opposing viewpoint. That's great to do that if you think differently, because that's how we learn. We learn from one another, right? Because I may not have thought about that. And that might open my mind even more to think about things in a new way, which is what we're trying to do, okay? Another important thing is that, I'm just gonna say this, is that you're using the text, like you're interacting with the text, meaning you're finding examples in the book. Oh, I think this because this is what this character said. Or when the character did this, this is what it made me think of. Or when this event happened, it shows this about the lesson. So I'm going to say interact with the text.
Hey Bethel, what kind of conditioner do you use?
Hey, Ariam, not appropriate.
You're right.
What?
Okay? Now, if we all just say, if our things that we bring up to talk about are like, this happened, Ponyboy is Deary's brother. If we just say things like that, is that going to be a very exciting discussion?
No.
No, it's not. If we just give facts or kind of comprehension things that happen, that's not going to be a very good discussion. We want to bring up things like, we want to extend beyond the text.
So think.
We want you to think about what you're saying.
Theorize.
Okay? Yep. Thank you, Luke. We want to extend beyond the text. Okay, so I'm going to write that down too. And I guess we're not doing any more reading or anything for today.